Cleveland, Ohio. We stayed in a castle. You heard and saw that right. We ate some incredible food, explored the famous West Side Market, and rocked out at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Cleveland was full of surprises, and we cannot wait to share them with you. Rolling into Cleveland from our stay in New York and Niagara Falls, we had a mission: find food first. We discovered Nano Brew in Ohio City, which is a quirky little brew hub in the heart of Cleveland's brewing district, which is just one of the many surprises we found in Cleveland. Nano Brew is located in the trendy Ohio City, where you will find one of the highest concentrations of craft breweries in the city. And Nano Brew is true to its name. Everything starts small, and they have a one-barrel brew house turning out small, experimental brews. The food was great, service on par, and atmosphere fun. What a great introduction to Cleveland.
Mac and cheese bites at Nano Brewing Company. Ooh. How are the mac and cheese bites? Yeah? Okay.
I just impaled myself on accident. I'm okay with fries. I don't mind that.
Yeah. They're not the curly fries then, Neela. Okay. And what'd you get, babe?
Poblano burger? Looks good. Haven't tried it yet.
And I got the Caesar salad and some deviled eggs. How are the biscuits and gravy? It is. Next, we headed on over to the West Side Market to get some supplies for the castle. And man, do I love saying that. The market story began in 1840 with an open air market, and as the city grew, the market grew too. And wow, full of fresh produce, handmade sweets, and pasta. Honestly, every aisle is full of vendors, and what a selection at a surprisingly reasonable price. Oh. Which kind? Oh, yeah.
We have the finest squares in Zanzibar.
Say it again?
Get some sausage while you're here. We have all kinds of vegetables.
I love it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Where is the Phoenix? Those are pretty. Jumbo pomegranates. I'm coming. Look at the ceiling. This is amazing. Wow. I wasn't sure what to expect, but walking into the West Side Market was delightful. This market reminds me of my roots. I was born in New Orleans, and my parents used to shop at the French Market for all of their produce. Since then, the French Market has veered away from its beginnings and has turned more towards trinkets and souvenirs. But the West Side Market has stayed true to its origins. This version of the market officially opened in 1912. It was founded on land donated by Ohio City pioneers Josiah Barber and Richard Lord. This market is a neighborhood anchor, serving Cleveland's diverse cultural tapestry, and boasts vendors representing Irish, German, Italian, Greek, and Hungarian, just to name only a few. The West Side Market is listed on the National Register of Historic Places and has been named one of America's great spaces by the American Planning Association. And walking through here, I can definitely see why.
There you go.
Hello, welcome to the West Side Market. It was built in 1912, and it has always been the West Side Market. The West Side Market was actually on this spot before the building, but this building has been here since 1912. It was designed by the same architect who did Grand Central.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
This is
Where are you guys from?
Lake Charles, Louisiana. And she's from Germany.
Let me add here, after doing a little research, I did find out it was actually designed by a Cleveland firm, Hubble and Benz. Not the same as Grand Central Terminal in New York, but it is the same Guastavino style tile on the ceiling. And the similarities can lead to some comparisons for sure.
look at all that bread. Oh my god, look at those dill pickles.
You see the big pickle?
We found all the selections we needed at the West Side Market and headed on over to the castle. I found this gem on Airbnb, and I'll make sure to leave a link in the comments. Let's talk about some interesting architectural insight for Cleveland. This isn't the only castle in Cleveland, and the one that most people have heard about is Franklin Castle. And while our castle wasn't as grand as Franklin, as if that's a thing, our castle definitely shares the same fairy tale vibe. In the 1920s, Cleveland's suburban neighborhoods embraced a rich, eclectic architectural trend, especially styles like Tudor Revival, French Norman, English Manor, and Cotswold, and, weirdly enough, castles. In fact, it's been noted by Reddit users that Cleveland is sprinkled with these castle-like homes, specifically in the Fair Hill Road Village Historic District, also known as Belgian Village, featuring many Tudor Revival homes that mimic small castles. Our particular castle was built in 1929 and is considered a Tudor revival, and it's been making the rounds in newspapers and magazines for its whimsical turrets, stained glass, and keyhole doorway. The owners have done a perfect job of keeping the historical value while updating it with class and all the modern comforts, and then some. Oh my God, we're staying in a castle in Cleveland, and I cannot wait to share the inside with you. Come on! What? Okay, so first of all, this place has so many features I love. Look at the stained glass windows. And they even included some pictures of when they purchased it, which I can't love enough. Look at this doorway. I am pretty sure there is a specific term for it, but I can't remember what it is, so I'm pretty sure I'll do an overlay. It also has these beautiful stained glass inserts that are right here. And then everywhere you go, there are these tiny little details. Look at that. And then we've got more stained glass here. The kitchen is to die for. Come in here. We've got the beautiful countertops, this redone candelabra, more stained glass. What? Follow me some more. There's a pretty fridge as well, I must say. And a beautiful stove.
And Neela.
Oh, yes, and say hi to Neela. Okay, so this is the living room. There's a cute little half bath right here, which is super nice. And then we've got the living room. It's got these beautiful doors in between each. Look at that. Ooh. Joel is behind the camera. He almost fell over them.
That's cool.
Look at these beautiful doors. I'm like a kid at Christmas. Okay, The original stone fireplace. And the nook. Let's just go in here and think, look at this. Look. Look, it's got all the original stone. Look at the archway. Look at top, Joel, archway. What? Okay, let's go upstairs because to me, down here is pretty amazing. Upstairs? Okay, follow me upstairs. Railing is iron, which is original that they redid, which I love. We're gonna go to this side of the castle first. There is a completely redone bathroom that is absolutely beautiful. Love the tile. Love everything about this. Like, look at the gold in the tile. What? The gold fixtures. Beautiful. Okay, so this is the wing that I'm really super excited about. They do have this extra room, which I appreciate because in an Airbnb, they do want you to have more space for people to sleep. But this bedroom. This original stained glass. Look at the light fixture. Look at the shape of the windows. The bed is absolutely lovely. It's a king size. And then go say hi to Phoenix in here.
And we got another little nook.
Yes, look up. With original stained glass in there as well. I think, is this your new favorite spot? Yeah, for real though. Okay, let's go over. When we booked this Airbnb, I really thought that maybe that stained glass window was maybe hung on the wall somehow. I did not realize that it was actually the original stained glass window. This house was built in the 1920s. And so it's an original stained glass window from there. And that is the actual light shining through it from outside. So beautiful. And the arch above that little nook. Okay. Let's go see the other side. Watch your step, Joel.
Thank you.
Again.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the other wing of the castle. I love that they kept with period appropriate knobs. Did you show them the knobs? That's what I was showing.
No.
This is the game room. Look at all this stained glass. And foosball, right? Foosball table?
Mm-hmm.
Did you get the stained glass back there too? Like, oh my God. Like I can't. Full bar. Even a martini mixer if you know how to use it. I do not. Let's step into the other bedroom. Look at these doors. Look at this. Look at all of this amazingness. And then this fabulous redone bathroom. Look at this. Look at the shower head. I keep saying look at it. Look at it. Look at it. I can't, I'm just so in love with everything about this Airbnb. Okay, I can't believe we actually got it. Okay, and so anyway, this is the other bedroom. Another king-size bed. Let's check out those windows up there at the top. And then again, the doorway. Okay, so let's do ready for the bed test? Okay.
Does it work?
Okay, so it does work. The bed is firm. So I kind of like that because Joel and I are old, so firm beds work better for us. But it's very comfortable, but firm. But that's okay. Look at all the pillows.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's firm but soft.
Okay.
Okay, I'm sorry. And that concludes our... Oh, where are we going? You're following me. What are you doing? Okay, so that concludes our tour of our Castle Airbnb in Cleveland, Ohio. And I am probably one of my favorite places we've ever stayed. Yeah. Yeah.
We're cutting pomegranate.
And then we're going to learn how to shuck oysters. One would think that since we are from Louisiana, we would know how to shuck some oysters. But alas, that is not the case.
So, as you can see, my tutorial on TikTok.
Watching a tutorial. You're doing a great job, though.
I got the pomegranate.
You did. Man, look at how big that pomegranate is, though. Look at that. So it was a giant pomegranate that we got from the West End Market. And look how big those seeds are. Can you pick up that one and show us real quick? Look at that.
It's perfect.
It is perfect.
Can we all have a moment for my perfect pomegranate peeling skills?
Absolutely. We're doing it. Ooh, look at that. Those are beautiful.
I haven't broken one yet. I'm so serious. I have not even broken a pomegranate unless it was in my mouth. I'm very proud of myself.
I am too. Nice. Good job, babe. Shucks, oysters, and
Peels pomegranate.
yep. What are we cooking, Joel?
Oh, we got some great stuff. We got some, all this was purchased today in Ohio City at the Westside Market. We have some beautiful meatballs that we're cooking up. Just getting them browned right now. We got some red pepper cream sauce. And we got some water to boil for some
Fresh made angel hair pasta.
Yeah, we got some tomatoes on the side. A little bit of, I think provolone instead of mozzarella, but that's going to have to do. And we're just having a good time.
Oh.
Got some food. It's going to be good.
The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Why Cleveland as a location? Well, Cleveland clinched the honor of hosting the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1986 thanks to its ties with music history. Disc jockey Alan Freed coined the actual term rock and roll in Cleveland in the early 1950s on the station WJW. Freed's show helped introduce this music to a wider audience. I'm sure many parents did not appreciate it at the time, but we are definitely all happier now. Let's talk about the architectural design of this iconic building. Designed by the legendary I.M. Pei, P-E-I. The building features a glass pyramid and sits right next to Lake Erie. The surrounding plaza mirrors a turntable, and it's home to over 55,000 square feet of exhibits, halls of fame archives, a library, and immersive displays. Now back to Alan Freed. Freed's program on WJW would eventually be recognized as the first rock and roll show. At the time, it was a scandal, but it made Freed front page news, and he took advantage of that. Promoters, performers, and producers flocked to him. Cleveland was a breakout market at the time. It's where records were tested and hits were born. In 1959, an even bigger scandal erupted, and Alan Freed's career came crashing down. He was accused of the infamous payola debacle, taking payments from record labels to spin their songs on the radio. And once the press framed it as bribery, even though the practice was legal in most of the country, Congress got involved and Freed's career never recovered. And one thing we also loved was the number of interactive areas, such as the garage band playing area, which people get to jam with their favorite instrument with a band, and you'll get to see that later on. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is sometimes referred to as just Rock Hall, and it was established in 1983 by Amit Ertgun, the founder and chairman of Atlantic Records. He helped launch the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame Foundation, pulling together some of the biggest names in the business, such as Jan Wenner, the co-founder and editor of Rolling Stone magazine, and Jan Ladeau, Bruce Springsteen's longtime manager, just to name a few. Amit secured funding and turned the idea into a reality. His vision set the stage for the Hall's first inductions like Chuck Berry and James Brown. Choosing where to build the Hall of Fame wasn't all daisies and sunshine. New York, Memphis, and Philadelphia all fought for it. But Cleveland launched an all-out campaign, reminding everyone that this is where Alan Freed first broadcast the words rock and roll. Backed by $65 million in funding and relentless civic pride, Cleveland won the bid. The 1984 display was by far my favorite, and it reminded me of all of my high school years in a good way. I remember staying up until midnight to watch the premiere of Michael Jackson's Thriller video on MTV. I knew I'd find you in here.
Great, man.
Who is it?
It's Madonna. Madonna stuff. It's cool.
Here's some fun facts about music and pop culture during this era. I've mentioned MTV, but what I didn't say was that it was at its peak. Music videos like Thriller and others weren't just premieres, they were cultural events. 1984 is the year that MTV's Music Video Awards was launched, and Madonna performed her now legendary, yet scandalous at the time, Like a Virgin. Let me add here that this place gets packed and gets packed fast. We purchased our tickets online and arrived 20 minutes before opening. And within about 30 minutes, the crowd was wild. I would definitely suggest starting early and plan on taking the whole day to visit the museum. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame attracts approximately 100,000 visitors annually, making it the most visited Hall of Fame in the U.S. Since its opening in 1995, the museum has welcomed over 13 million fans, which generates an estimated $2 billion in positive economic impact for Cleveland. So fighting for the bid to build the Rock Hall definitely paid off. Inside this massive immersive experience, visitors can explore over 7,000 artifacts spanning the history of rock music, from Elvis's gold record to Kurt Cobain's smashed guitar. Among the signature displays of the museum is the Legends of Rock exhibit, featuring treasures from artists such as Jimi Hendrix, Prince, and Bruce Springsteen. While many of the exhibits rotate to keep the experience fresh, some remain constant. The Hall of Fame floor honors each inductee with a dedicated space and allows museum goers to vote on who they think should be inducted. Typically, major exhibits are updated between January and May, so planning a visit during the summer months offers the most updated, full rock and roll journey. And while you're visiting Cleveland and the Rock Hall, make sure to visit the USS Cod parked right next door, a World War II era sub you can tour. And it's part of the Great Lakes Science Center. I want to add a few fun facts here. So I was born in New Orleans and my parents lived in the French Quarter before I was born. One night, while hitting some bars, as young people do, they caught the Rolling Stones playing. They were just jamming at a tiny bar with a small crowd. What an amazing experience. And down here in Louisiana, we call grandpas pawpaws. So my papa used to play for a big band in Chicago. It was either ABC or NBC long before they became a national TV station and they were just radio. And he played for Al Capone. So even though I can't sing a lick, I like to think I have some history in music. While wandering through the museum, I often wondered, how did all these pieces of rock history end up in one fabulous location? It turns out a lot of times it comes from the artists themselves or their families, who donate things like handwritten lyrics, guitars, and costumes to share their stories. In fact, the museum has on display Chuck Berry's handwritten lyrics for hits like Johnny B. Good that show his creative process, the original 45 RPM record of Rock Around the Clock by Bill Haley and his Comets, and some of the Beatles' handwritten scores and letters, to name a few. The museum also partners with collectors and estates to secure rare and many times one-of-a-kind pieces for special exhibits. And when artifacts are on loan, they rotate regularly, allowing fans to see new stories with each visit. Behind the scenes, a dedicated team of curators and historians work tirelessly to authenticate items, ensure their preservation, and tell the stories that connect fans to the music history. It's a pretty humbling thought to realize the effort that goes into preserving all of this history and keeping it alive for generations to come. And what's with that giant hot dog? Well, that's actually a work of art done by Oldenburg, a famous pop artist. And it's one of the special exhibits celebrating pop culture's quirky side and its connection to music. Among one of the many interactive spots in the museum lets you create your own band name and logo design. You pick your style, make a logo, and then boom! They print out a custom sticker for you to take home or add it to the ever-growing collection there. And I couldn't resist but make my own. Cher's display in the Rock Hall perfectly captures her career spanning 6 decades. From her early years as part of Sonny and Cher to her solo superstardom. And the exhibit features some of her legendary Bob Mackie designs that became her signature look. This showcases her evolution, not just as a singer, but as a pop culture icon who has reinvented herself many times over the years. Inside Allen Theater, we checked out the greatest rock and roll moments. It was like stepping into a concert. Lights, fog, sound, and all. The museum aims to preserve the original condition of pieces rather than replace or overhaul. Because of its age, the Soul Train sign is tricky to maintain. Leaving it as is respects the sign's age and character and connects visitors to the real history of the show. Wow, The Wall, a stunning tribute to their groundbreaking album. This stage prop symbolizes isolation and alienation, which are key themes of the album. Let me end this video by saying I never expected to fall in love with Cleveland. It wasn't even on our visit list. We flew in to go somewhere else and ended up changing our plans. And I'm so very happy that we did. This city is a whole vibe, full of energy, history, and so many surprises. If there's one thing I would emphasize to everybody that follows us, visit Cleveland. Go stay in a castle, shop for dinner at the market, and go relive your high school years at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Seriously, buy that ticket to Cleveland. You'll thank me later. Thanks so much for joining us on another adventure. Make sure to subscribe to see where we end up next.